Some students are concerned about how long masks will be required. So we are taking a look at the policies regarding COVID-19 and checking in on some former students who recently opened a fun new business. Welcome back to another episode of WTHS News. I'm Mary Ellen Wolf. As you probably know, masks are currently required inside all buildings on campus. However, you may not be aware of how some of the other guidelines relating to COVID-19 differ from last year. Ava discusses some of these changes.
Last year, Tupelo High School students and teachers were forced to adapt to virtual learning when THS went virtual several times. Over the summer, everybody tossed their mask and thought they were done with it. Unfortunately, shortly before school started, Lee County experienced a surge in cases from the new Delta variant. This surge in cases led to the school board issuing a new policy, and the masks went back on. The president of the school board shares why this new policy was made.
You know, we're seeing some different things here with this variant. We're seeing it impact children. We're seeing it impact younger people. We're seeing a much higher level of contagiousness. All those things contributed to, I think, the decision to look at it.
Even though the masks are still on, not everything is the same as last year. You might have noticed that virtual learning is no longer an option this year.
Okay, the state school board in Jackson and the Mississippi Department of Education changed the regulations around virtual learning. They made it much more restrictive and difficult for school districts to provide virtual learning.
But a lack of virtual learning isn't the only change. If you're a THS student or teacher, you've probably noticed a few changes to the quarantine policy.
So the vaccinated, they get to stay in school, keep up with their activities, life goes on. Unvaccinated, we're on halt for about 10 days. If you have had COVID within the last 3 months, then you do not have to be quarantined.
Even though this year's policies aren't as strict as they were last year, a lot of students and teachers are eager to get back to normal. So when will that be?
Sort of liken it to if you had an active shooter threat and you lock down the school. Well, during that lockdown, everybody's gonna, have to behave in a certain way. Everything's gonna be very secure. When the threat is gone, you open back up.
Because the transmission and cases of COVID-19 are still high, the board doesn't want to revoke the policy prematurely. Even though the policy was put in place with the intentions of keeping students and teachers protected, not everyone agrees with it.
There's no point in that. They don't work anyway. It's just a piece of cloth.
While Senior Dana Johnson does think that the masks are necessary right now, she doesn't like all the new policies.
What I dislike the most is probably taking away the hybrid, because I have to come to all of my classes. I can't just choose which ones I do and don't want to go to.
For now, the masks are on. The school board meets once a month, and they will continue to evaluate the masking policy until they feel that it is safe for the mask to be removed. I'm Ava Lacey, WTHS News.
Although things still look a little bit different than normal here at the high school, football season is approaching full speed ahead. Last week, workers continued setting up Tupelo High School's brand new video board. Activities Director Jason Miller says not only will this new addition enhance the Friday night football game experience, but it will also benefit many other programs, including soccer, band, cheer, and track.
We're going to have instant replay, live video. We'll be able to do live commercials, ads, tickers. We can do announcements.
This new board will completely alter the atmosphere on the field, but it was definitely not cheap at $557,000. The video board is set to be completely ready by the first home football game of the season. You can come experience it for yourself on September 10th when the team plays against Corinth. Maddie has more updates on sports.
Hey Tupelo High School, I'm Maddie James with this week's sports. guidelines passed down by the Mississippi High School Athletic Association or the governor's office, sporting events are now at full viewing capacity, and the board is only asking that indoor sports mask up while inside buildings and stadiums. Tupelo High School football is gearing up for their very first kickoff of the season with a scrimmage against DeSoto Central at 5:30 today. Cross country held inter-squad last Saturday here at Tupelo High School, with the boys running at 8:20 and the girls running at 9 o'clock that morning. Top finishers for the boys team being Andrew Brown, Taylor Brown, Jaheim Bridges, Harrison Wampler, and Robert Hooper. Top finishers for the girls team were Brooklyn Morgan, Sophie Santucci, Abby Sanders, Olivia Barksdale, and Ashlyn Powell. Tupelo Cross Country will hold the Tupelo Invitational here at THS tomorrow at 9. Volleyball season is in full swing, with the Lady Wave holding their first scrimmage against Ripley on August 6th, with the Wave coming out victorious with a score of 2-1. The following Tuesday, the Lady Wave played DeSoto with a 3-1 win. That Thursday, the Lady Wave, however, dropped a 3-0 decision at Center Hill. This week, volleyball played Lafayette on Tuesday, with the game against Caledonia being canceled this Thursday. You can catch the Lady Wave on Saturday at the Oxford Tourney at 9 o'clock. Switching things from the gym to the course, as senior Walker Wise continues to achieve great things in the sport of golf. Tupelo High School is home to many talented athletes in Mississippi, one being Walker Wise, who is recognized not only as a 6A individual award winner, but also as one of USA Today's Male Golfers of the Year. Walker's golf instructor, Coach Swinney, believes that Walker has used hard work and dedication to achieve everything he has accomplished in his golfing career.
Every day at practice, he's out there constantly. I think he actually lives on the course. He works very hard, like I said earlier. He's either working hard in practice, he does everything right, he doesn't miss a day of practice. And then he also sees his private coach, and he's with him just about every other day as well. So he wants it. He's really hungry for everything that he does, and he's going to do great things this year and after high school.
Walker picked up golf at a very young age. He will be attending Southern Miss and says he is thankful for all of his achievements.
It just means a lot, and I'm really thankful for my coaches and my parents that helped me push me to this point, and my hard work's finally paying off.
Walker's father bought him his first set of golf clubs at age 3. He believes that golf serves not only as an opportunity for growth, but a bonding experience for he and his son.
I think he has really matured over the last few years. I think he's really starting to figure out how to manage his time and how to become a leader, and he's just really has come into his own in the last couple of years as far as responsibilities and learning how to manage situations, and really just growing as a person, and not only as a golfer but also as a student and just as a great human being. But yeah, I just took him to the golf course as a young kid and just continued developing him. And of course, I was a decent player myself, so I kind of knew how to teach him. So that was kind of a good father-son connection as far as getting him involved in something that I really enjoyed as well.
Walker Wise proves that with hard work and dedication, anything is possible. Be sure to check back for more sports updates. I'm Maddie James, WTHS Sports Media.
Thanks, Maddie. Walker Wise is pursuing his dreams involving golf, and 3 former THS students are pursuing their dreams of owning their own business. Just last month, Tupelo was introduced to its very first Selfie Museum. Sarah takes us on an inside look at this new business.
Selfie museums have popped up all over the world with the rise of social media. They host a variety of interactive rooms for you to enjoy, and all you need is your cell phone. As the older of the 3, Camille McCallum was ready to dive headfirst into a new challenge with her sisters.
Being a young business owner is amazing because you have a lot of freedom and it's a lot of fun doing something that you love every single day. It's also a ton of hard work. So we're open 10 hours a day, and all 10 of those hours somebody has to be here. So we're really putting in the man hours and putting in the work to make it happen, but it's so rewarding, so it feels really good.
The youngest, Chloe Walker, enjoyed the process of creating a business from the ground up.
My favorite part was like coming in every day and seeing our contractors working and getting the props for the different sets and putting them in, and then watching the scenes come to life.
Kendall Walker is credited with the initial idea and says she is excited to see where this opportunity takes them.
My role really was kind of the, creation of it. So I went to one in a bigger city when I was visiting one of my friends, and I really loved the idea and the concept, and I had a lot of fun, and so I wanted to bring something like this back to Tupelo, and so I brought it back to my sisters and my mom and my dad, and I was like, we should really do this. So I have always loved working with my family. My sisters are my best friends, so I've always seen myself working with them like long term, so it just feels like a dream come true basically.
You can follow Love Your Selfie on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, as well as check out their website for updates and information. I'm Sarah Buzzell, WTHS News.
Thanks, Sarah. It is so inspiring to see former Tupelo students becoming entrepreneurs. That's all we have for this week. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching this week's edition of WTHS News, and have a great weekend.